All right, all right, all right. All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom, Yasharallah. Peace, Israel. All right, before we get started, I want to make sure everything is good. All right, so if anybody does come across the notification that I'm going live, Abu Ratazab, Abu Kushah, can you put that the sound quality is good? Abu Ratazab, Abu Kushah. But without further ado, we're going to get started in this lesson. All right, this highway and byway ministry lesson. All right. So without further ado, we're going to open up, giving the much due, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. All right. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule well and teach well. All right. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For you sincere Akim or Aqua that shall tune in or tune in afterwards, Abaratazah, that this highway and byway lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. This lesson, this highway and Bible lesson comes to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and hopes to edify the flock. All right. And the topic is always biblical prophecy. All right. Biblical prophecy. All right. The downfall and the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. And these are not our words. These are the words of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai that are predestined in the Bible. All right. So without further ado, we're going to open up with the book of 2 Timothy. All right. Baba Shah, bear with me. All right. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, and verse 1. This, know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. All right. And a lot of people don't understand that we are in the latter days, man. All right. As it is prophesied in the Bible, certain things to come to pass. We are in the latter days, man. All right. We are in the latter days of this wicked ass rulership that a lot of these people don't understand. To seem to understand that we are in those times, man. Or we are in those times where the end is being made manifest. All right. Judgment has gone forth into the earth. A lot of death, destruction, and calamity is going forth. All right. And you got these other nations that are, rising up against another, man. You got the incident that's happening over there in Sudan. All right. Nation rising up against nations. All right. That's all prophesied to happen in the Bible, prophesied to happen in this world, man. All right. So at the end of the day, we're going to keep pushing this and pushing it and pushing it until Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai takes us off the highways and hedges, man. All right. So I'm going to grab what I quoted. All right. The book of Matthew, chapter 24. All right. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, in verse 6 through 8. All right. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, because the end is not yet is because there's other prophetic events that soon they need to come to pass before the end of this wicked ass rulership, man. All right. For an example, real quick, we still need to see, the mandatoryization and the implantation of the MOTB. All right, the mark of the beast. All right, which is that subdermal implantable micro C-hit, man. All right. Verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And are we not seeing that right now, man? Right? The incident that's happening over there in Sudan. All right. There's many, conflicts and quarrels that are going on round about Babylon the Great, aka America, right now, that a lot of people are not taking heed to, man. That are biblical prophecy. All right. These things are destined and predestined to come to pass. And we're seeing them through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai come right off the pages, man. All right. It's being made manifest. And everybody in this world can't see it, man. All right. Moving on. Verse 8. It says, all these, Slakia. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. All right. So the beginning stages of what? The wars and rumors of wars, man, that we're seeing right now. All right. The beginning stages of what? The famine, the shortages on food, all right? The pestilences, right? There's pestilence on the rise. There's actually a pestilence that I just saw today in an article that is a different form of ringworm that is, it basically, there's no antifungal medicine that can combat against it, all right? You're actually just going to have it fully fledged, man, all right? Those are the pestilences that are coming in in the latter days, and it's only just the beginning, man. All right, only just the beginning. All right. Hey, shalom to the brothers on the comment board. Shalom. Waits for Yahweh Shai, you wanna. Shalom, brother. All right. Shalom, brother, too. Shalom. Yahweh Bashmi Al Shai, Barak Thumb to you. All right. We're gonna keep it going. All right. All these are the beginnings of sorrow. So the beginning stages of the famine, right? The shortages on food. All right. A lot of people don't believe that we're undergoing a famine right now. Right. A lot of people don't believe that the world that they living in right now is gonna come to an end, and there's not gonna be any shortages of food. But right now we're seeing that manifest, man. All right, we're seeing it made manifest, man. All right, and a lot of people are so ignorant because they since they got the money for it, even though inflation is creeping up slightly but surely. All right, inflation is increasing. All right, but these people, they have the money to pay for everything. Right, the scriptures say that victuals shall be so good cheap that they shall think themselves to be, good upon the earth, right? Roughly paraphrasing. But at the end of the day, these people, they're gonna come into, a mindset where it's like, yo, the food is getting expensive, our daily bread, our victuals that we used to get, they're not just, $5 higher. Now it's gonna be $100 higher, man. All right, that inflation is gonna increase to hyperinflation, man. All right. And a lot of these people, they're gonna get hit right in the mouth when these prophecies start hitting them in the mouth, man. All right, it's happening right now before their eyes. Yet they don't have the vision to see because they so ignorant. All right, and they don't understand the scriptures, man. They have the wrong interpretation of the scriptures. All right, because honestly, when you go to these churches and shit, they don't tell you about the end times, man. When you go to these damn synagogues of Satan, right, these temples made by the hands of man, right? When you go to these damn places, they don't tell you about that there's gonna be a famine. All right. They don't even tell you the true names of our power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. They keep telling you it's God and Jesus Christ, all right? But it says in the scriptures that the name of the Most High, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it, man, all right? So the name is very important. It is crucial. It is imperative that you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians who come across the word understand that the true names of our power is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Not no damn God and Jesus Christ, not no Buddha, not no Allah, not no other, wicked ass fucking, false deities, man. All right? Because you call upon those names, look, you're gonna be destroyed, man. All right? Because you're not gonna have the hedge of protection of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai supping with you, man. All right? So let's keep it moving. All right? Let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 8 and verse 13. All right? Basically telling you that World War III is inevitable. It is soon to come to pass. We're in the beginning stages of it, man. All right? All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8 and verse 13. So I beheld and heard an angel flying in the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, 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 to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the three angels, which are yet to sound. All right. So 3 woes, man. 3 world wars, 3 world calamities, man. This woe goes into destruction, right? So we're going to keep it moving so you can get the pattern that I'm trying to build up here. All right. The book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 12. It says, one woe is past, right? The first world war. And behold, the second woe, 2 more woes, more hereafter. Salakia. I'm going to read it again. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. All right, so 2 more world wars, man. All right, 2 more world wars. The first world war passed, right? And now the second world war and the third world war are what? Soon to come to pass, right? So let's grab the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. It says, and the second woe is past, the second world war, right? And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, so the third world war. All right, and are we not hearing those wars and rumors of wars right now? Right, a lot of these people don't understand that this is soon to come to pass, man. World War III is inevitable. All right, it is biblical prophecy, and it is soon to come to pass in this modern day and age, man. All right, you got all these other nations that are literally having evil eyes for the West, which is here, America, Babylon the Great, aka America, right? They got evil eyes for this place, and it's the 4 top nuclear powers, man. You got the Russians, the North Koreans, the Iranians, and the Chinese, man. All right, all 4 top nuclear powers are literally having evil eyes for this place, America, and they're collaborating on a plan to ultimately obliterate this place, man, to bring this bitch to an end. All right, this place is literally going to die and burn up with thermonuclear fire via the thermonuclear missiles from all these other nations that bend the bow. All right, it is predestined to happen, and the Bible speaks to this, man. It is biblical prophecy, man. All right, so let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's grab the book of Joel. All right, the book of Joel, chapter 3. He brought me right to it. All right, the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9 through 12. All right, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. All right, so these are farming tools, right, that are being forged and, perfected into weapons of mass destruction, man. All right, and a lot of people don't understand that these other nations are doing this right now, man. All these other nations are doing that shit right now. They're perfecting their weapons of mass destruction. They're stopping their food productions, right? Their farmings and all that shit, so they can increase, their weapons of mass destruction, man. Via what? The ICBM nuclear missiles, right? That all these other nations are starting to get put on game with, and they're going to be able to send these missiles from one continent to another, man. All right. So this just goes to show you that these nations are in that spirit of what, man? In the spirit of war. All right. Reading on. It says, I'm gonna read it again. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right, so the weak nations, right, are now starting to realize that America, Babylon the Great, aka America, right, the hammer to earth, right, is becoming weak, man. All right, it's becoming weak. And they're starting to realize, like, yo, your military is foolish, man. Look at the United States military, man. They got a bunch of sodomites in there, transgenders. Look at these other nations, man. Their nations actually got warriors. They're training for this, man. They're training to kill you. They're training to come obliterate these people here in America, man. All right? And if you don't believe that the invasion has begun, you got a rude awakening coming, man, because these borders is getting filled. And they even said even recently that they had North Koreans there that speak only North Korean at the borders of Texas. Here. Why? You got Chinese-age fighting males, right, that are here at the borders of Texas. Even our people, the Ishkarites, coming from Mexico, fleeing over here to America for that bitter American dream. All right? This goes to show you, man, that the invasion has begun. All right? And they're trying to intermingle themselves with our people, acting like they are people coming through the borders, right? Invading this place slowly but surely, all right? So they can ultimately bring forth, the judgment for Babylon the Great, aka America, whether it be a full-fledged, troop invasion of these other nations and the weak spots of this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, so they can ultimately bring back or give back feedback to their people, so they can say, all right, this pot, this grid point over here, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It is good to be, there's no cameras over here. There's no military activity. We're going to be able to send nukes over here in this spot, man. All right. And it's ultimately going to happen, man. It's ultimately going to happen. And a lot of people don't believe that this bitch, Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be utterly destroyed by thermonuclear fire. But it is going to. It is biblical prophecy, and it's inevitable, man. All right. You can't go against the word of the Most High. All right. Like the scripture says, we can do nothing against the truth before the truth, roughly paraphrasing. Because why? The words of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, are faithful and true. And he is not a man that he shall lie, man. So he's going to bring forth all the destructions and calamities of this bitch Babylon the Great, aka America, that is predestined and written in the Bible, man. All right. Reading on, verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together and about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I set to judge all the heathen round about. All right, so the valley of Jehoshaphat, man, which is in the Middle East, the valley of Yahweh's Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment, man. All right, and the ones that don't believe that there's going to be a major draft here in America, yeah, man, y'all in for a serious rude awakening, man, a serious rude awakening, because at the end of the day, these militaries across these other nations, man, these other nations are strengthening their militaries, man. All right, they got full-fledged warriors ready to kill you, both male and female, man. They're all becoming full-fledged warriors, man, ready to ultimately destroy this place. All right, that's why a lot of people are going to be caught off guard when that draft happens here in America, man. Happens here in America, Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, a lot of people are going to be drafted and sent out there to the valley of Jehoshaphat, man, which is the valley of Yahweh's Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment, and you're going to be destroyed out there, man. You're going to be destroyed. You're not going to come back. All right, whenever that draft happens, you so-called tough niggas and shit of this world that say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go fight. You're gonna go fight and you're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna die. You're gonna perish over there and be judged by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat in the Middle East, the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment. Don't mark my words. These are the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and His word is faithful and true. So let's grab this. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24. Bear with me, I'm trying to get there. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 20 and 21. It says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. And why? It's because of those thermonuclear missiles that are going to be hitting over here in America, Babylon the Great, right? Where it's going to utterly destroy the foundation of this world, man. All right? Of this wicked-ass world, this wicked-ass kingdom, pertaining to the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. The eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, roughly paraphrasing it. That's talking about here in America, man. But this is the sinful kingdom. All right? The sinful kingdom is here, and 2/3 of our nation. It says, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And why? It's because the thermonuclear missiles that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to have all these other nations that bend the bow send over here. They're going to obliterate this bitch, Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, they're going to obliterate the foundation of this place to where it's not going to be inhabited ever again, uninhabitable for years to come. All right, verse 21, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? The Rothschilds, the high banking families, the elites, right? Shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. All right? And who's ruling the earth right now? If you go read the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, it tells you that the earth has been given into the hands of who? The wicked. If not, Salakia, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Roughly paraphrasing, right? And how do we know that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked that the Bible speaks of? We go to the book of 1 Maccabees, right? Chapter 3, verse 48. All right, it tells you that he laid open the book of the law, which is here, right? This is the book of the law. Where in the heathen, right? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, starting with him and all these other nations that are partakers of his wickedness, right? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and all these other heathen nations, right? They laid open the book of the law, where the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images, right? To paint the likeness of their images, meaning what? They whitewashed everything, man. All right, they whitewashed everything, and they made it seem like they're the true people of the Most High, man. But they are not the true people of the Most High. All right, they are the Edomites. They are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Your biblical nationality is an Edomite. You are the nation of Agawamium in the Hebrew. All right, you are an Edomite. You so-called white people are not the true people of the Bible, man. All right, the true people of the Bible are you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, we are the true people of the Bible. We are the Hebrew Israelites that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has been so fervently and pursuing to hide us, man, to hide the truth from us. All right, but we got it now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, having the Ruach Hakodesh being sent down upon us so that we can actually be able to understand, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we are the true people of the Bible. All right, and we're gonna rule this bitch in the rod with a rod of iron, man. All right, and you Edomites, y'all gonna be under us, you know, under a rod of we're gonna have a rigorous rule, and y'all gonna be slaves under us, man, under the Hebrew Israelite man, starting with the elect men and the 1/3 remnant, man. All right. Let's grab the book of Second Esdras. Oh damn, Wada Abiyahu Bashim Yahushai. I got sent right to it. All right. This the book of Second Esdras. All right. Chapter 16, verse 13 through 19. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." And what is that talking about? You can't be simple-minded in this thing. It's not talking about actual arrows or bow and arrows. It's talking about ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right? ICBM missiles that are going to be shot over here and destroy this bitch, Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right? And it says, I'm going to read it again. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow," right, which is the nuclear silos. "His arrows, which are the ICBM missiles, that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." All right, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to shoot these damn missiles via these heathen nations, all these other nations that bendeth the bow. He's going to have these other nations shoot them, right, and they're going to be precisionized, man. They're going to be accurate, and they're not going to miss their mark, man. They're going to utterly destroy this bitch, Babylon the Great, aka America. But not just here, all right, out there in Israel too. Those people that are pretending to be us Hebrew Israelites, y'all gonna be destroyed out there too, because that land's been defiled by all you motherfuckers out there pretending to be us, man. All right, y'all gonna be destroyed and perish in that lake of fire too. Verse 14, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall now return again until they shall, Salakia, until they come upon the earth." So look at those plagues, right? Those ICBM nuclear missiles that the Bible is talking about. Not talking about arrows, none of this other shit. It's talking about the ICBM missiles, man. Those ICBM nuclear missiles are going to be the ones that come and destroy this bitch, right? It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth," right? And how they're going to come upon the earth? They're going to go into the lower atmosphere and come back down, and they're not going to miss their mark. Verse 15, "The fire is kindled." And why is the fire kindled? Because the explosion from the ICBM nuclear missiles are causing this bitch to burn. All right, causing this bitch Babylon the Great, aka America, to burn, man. All right. "The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth." And don't be simple. It's not talking about the whole earth. It's talking about here in America, Babylon the Great, aka America, and certain parts scattered across the world that are going to be destroyed as well, pertaining to one main place, right? Israel, right? Jerusalem. That place is going to be utterly wiped out and destroyed from all the fucking wickedness and folly that has been brought forth over there. by the people pretending to be us Hebrew Israelites, man. All right? It's going to be burned. And how do you cleanse something that is impure? You burn it, man. You burn it. Verse 16, it says, like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. And the plagues are what? Those ICBM missiles, right? Those ICBM missiles are going to be sent, and they're not going to be turned back. All right, once they are sent, once those ICBM nuclear missiles are launched off, there is no returning, man. There is no returning back for these missiles, man. This place is going to be utterly destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, by that thermonuclear fire, which in the Bible is considered to be the lake of fire. All right, where all the elements here are going to melt and burn with fervent heat. All right. Verse 17, it says, woe is me. Woe is me. And this is Ezra speaking, man. Woe goes into this destruction, right? Ezra was afraid. He was going through it. He said, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? All right, so this also proves reincarnation. Ezra knew that he was going to be reincarnated and be able to see this day. All right, because he had a vision and he saw it. And it made him sick. All right, it made him sick to his stomach. All right. So that goes to show you, he knows that he was going to come back in the regeneration and be in this modern day and age of wicked ass rulership by Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? And he was asking, you know, who's going to deliver me in those days, man? Well, we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai that the elect will be delivered by the chariots, the so-called UFOs that the world ignorantly calls UFOs. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, calls UFOs. But they are the chariots of Yashar Allah, man. They are identified in the Bible. Verse 18, the beginnings of sorrows and great mourning, the beginnings of famine. Did we not read in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6 through 8, right? That there's going to be the beginning stages of what? The wars, the rumors of wars, the beginning stages of the famine, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places, right? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death. There's going to be a lot of death out here, man. Via what? The famine, the pestilences, the thermal and war in general, because there's going to be civil war here in America. But also, meanwhile, you're going to have World War III going on over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Right? Yahweh's Shabbat, Yahweh's judgment over there in the Middle East. All right? It says, reading on, it says, the beginning of wars. The beginning of wars. And the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? We know all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai what to do. All right, we're going to constantly pray to Yahweh Bashem Shai and constantly keep pushing this word. So that Abaratazah, we made our calling and election sure. And if we continue this thing to the end, Abaratazah, we are saved. All right? Abaratazah, we are those very elect men, which through faith, I believe that we can very well be those very elect men if we continue on the faith, man. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right, let's get those words. Amendment. It says a minor change or condition designed to improve or text piece of legislation. Similar terms, right? Revision, alteration, change, reform, or modify. So Yahweh Bashem Shai is going to send the plagues, famine, anguish, and tribulation upon this world, Babylon the Great, aka America, for what? For revision, to remodify it, to reform it, to change it, all right, from its wicked ass ways. All right, and it says scourges, right? Let's go into that word scourge. It says causing great suffering to, right, to afflict, to plague, to torture, to curse, or to punish. All right, and to punish what? This wicked ass world, this wicked ass rulership. All right, this, I'm telling you, the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8 is very heavy. All right, because this is the sinful kingdom that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is talking about, and also pertaining to 2/3 of our nation. of you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, you unrepentant Israelites that do not believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right? You're going to be scourged. You're going to be tortured and punished and utterly destroyed by the thermonuclear missiles in these latter days, man. And that's not my word. That's the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right? His word is faithful and true. All right? Let's get the book of Jeremiah. Bear with me. It's hot as hell. Strengthen me. Strengthen me. Strengthen me, Baba Kushab, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 15, and Salakia. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, Salakia, verse 14 and 29. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her. Shoot at who? Babylon the Great, aka America, because this is the great whore that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is talking about. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord Yahweh. All right? So all these other nations that have ICBM nuclear capability, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to put the spirit upon them to let loose, not spare one nuke, man. To not spare no arrow. So this place can be utterly destroyed and obliterated, all right, via the thermonuclear fire that's going to come upon this place and melt the foundation of America, man. Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all she has done. Do unto her, for she has been proud. She has been proud against the Lord Yahweh and against the Holy One of Israel, man. All right? Does not the scripture say that pride goeth before destruction? Does this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, not bring forth pride? Does it not bring forth a lot of proudful people? It brings forth the pride of this bitch and the people. What you proud about? You're still perishable, man. You can still die here. And the fact that you are not going back and returning into our power, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be utterly destroyed. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, man. All right? That's why it behooves you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians to come back, return to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, before you get destroyed and perish here in Babylon the Great, aka America, via what? The thermonuclear fire that is soon to come via all these other nations that bend the bow, man. All right, all these other nations that have ICBM nuclear capability, man. All right, it's soon to come to pass. It's biblical prophecy. All right. So let's grab the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. All right, bear with me. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. All right, we're going to get a multitude of scriptures to bring this forth, man. So we're going to start the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 8, and continuing precepts. It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau, which is a so-called white man, right? You Edomites, upon him, the time that I will visit him, all right? And how is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai going to visit Esau, Edom? All right? First off, via the thermonuclear fire, and then the chariots coming down and obliterating this bitch as well, and the elect men going to get you fucking Adawamium in those damn bunkers that y'all are hiding in. So, because y'all believe that y'all going to be, safe from the destruction. Y'all believe that you're not going to be put in captivity under the Hebrew Israelite man, starting with the elect and the 1/3 remnant. All right? Verse 16. Thy terribleness has deceived thee. and the pride of thine heart, right? The mind of thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, that dwellest the heights of the rock or the hills, like you. Thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle. I, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, will bring thee down. From thence saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And how is he going to do that? He's going to do that via his elect men. All right, the elect are going to be imbued with that spiritual power and the new bodies, right? The new Jerusalem coming down from the chariots, right? They're going to come down and come after you so-called white people, you Edomites, all right? That are in these bunkers, you high elites, you high banking families, right? The elect are going to come after you and take your asses out of these damn bunkers and subject your ass into slavery, man. Right? When you go to the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10, it tells you that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right? Who led us into captivity, man? Who brought us here on slave ships, man? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? So, to recompense it back onto y'all going in slavery under us Hebrew Israelites, starting with the elect and the 1/3 remnant under Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 20 in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom, and has proposed, that he hath proposed surely, against the inhabitants of Teman. And the Teman are the so-called Germans today, all right? You're still a part of the nation of the Adawamim. You're still an Edomite, all right? It says his purpose that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate from them. All right, so this place is going to be utterly destroyed via the thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, and the fire from the chariots, the so-called UFOs. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come upon Oslakia. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra. And at the day shall the heart of the mighty man of Edom be as the heart of the women in her pangs. So Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is going to come on a swift cloud, meaning what? The chariots. All right, he's going to come on the chariots as a conquering force, all right, as an angelic force via what? The three glories, the glory of Yahweh, the glory of Yahweh Shai himself, and the angels, all right, the glories of all three. He's going to come back in the glory of a full-fledged angelic force in the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, which the world ignorantly calls UFOs. All right, this place is going to be utterly destroyed by the thermonuclear fire and the chariots, man, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And this biblical prophecy, this is what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai says, man. He's telling us this. All right, so let's grab the book of Isaiah, letting you know that the chariots are going to destroy this bitch too. All right, the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua are going to destroy this place. All right, so the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 15 and 16. It says, behold, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, will come with fire. And how is he going to come with fire? Did I not read that all these other nations that bend at the bow are going to utterly destroy this bitch by sending those ICBM nuclear missiles over here to destroy Babylon the Great, aka America? It is going to happen. It is inevitable, man. The Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. With his chariots, with what? those so-called UFOs that the so-called white man calls them, man. They are the chariots of Yahshua Allah. They are the chariots of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And he's going to come down and what? To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. All right, with flames of fire. With what? The ICBM nuclear missiles and the actual beams, the cosmic blast from the chariots, man. Utterly destroying this place to oblivion. All right? Ultimately destroying this bitch until naught, until it's nothing. All right? That's the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And they are faithful and true. And it is soon to come to pass. All right? That's why a lot of people do not believe. But in that day, they will believe. All right? Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai plead with all flesh. Or remember, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the sword of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai on the left-hand side. Against who? 2/3 of our nation, right? But also the sword comes in many fashions. All right? Via what? The technological advancements here in America. The drones, the robot dogs, the modern day sword, which is what? The weapons, right? The guns, right? So many other things that are really, or that coincide with the sword in the scriptures that are in today, in this modern day and age, that considered to be the sword, all right? It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, plead with all flesh. And mind you, when the elect get raised up with that power, they're also going to be the sword of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai on the right-hand side. And are they not going to destroy certain people as well? Commence judgments in the name Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai? Yes, they will. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall be many. All right, so Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to plead and judge all flesh by what? The sword, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So there's going to be a lot of dead bodies out here, man. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies because Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai has judged them, man. Has judged them via what? The sword, via both left-hand side and the right-hand side, the ICBM nuclear missiles, and the chariots of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which is our salvation. The chariots of Yahshua Allah, man. All right? The so-called UFOs. All right, so that's all the scriptures that I had to bring out. All right? I brought that this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto our people, letting you know that this wicked-ass rulership, Babylon the Great, in America, ruling by who? The Edomites, the so-called white people. This bitch is coming to an end soon. And it is biblical prophecy. All right? It is predestined in the Bible. All right? The words that I spake unto you were not of my own. All right? They were the words of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right? And his word is what? His word is faithful and true. All right? And he is a man that he shall not lie. All right? So at the end of the day, it is soon to come to pass. World War III is biblical prophecy. It is soon to come to pass. All right? So at the end of the day, without further ado, we're going to shut it down by giving them much due all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachak with us. All right? Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For you sincere Aki and Wa'akwa that shall tune in or tune in afterwards, I brought this out that this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto our people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. All right? We are the true people of the Bible. We are the Hebrew Israelites. All right? So without further ado, Shalom. I'm going to shut it down. Shalom.